My dear friends, I am Dr. Omkar Prasad Vaidya, MD PhD from King George Medical University. Today I will be discussing regarding how to prevent stroke. Stroke, also known as cerebrovascular accident or brain attack, is mainly because of neuronal damage. And various risk factors are responsible for this stroke, and it is mainly of two types: ischemic stroke and hemorrhagic stroke. Ischemic stroke is because of blockage in any small vessel supplying some part of brain because of clot formation, and hemorrhagic stroke is because sudden rupture of any blood vessel supplying some part of brain. So there are many risk factors like hypertension, diabetes, hypercholesterolemia, hyperlipidemia, which is responsible for causing stroke of both pathology or both type. We will be discussing today how to prevent or stop the chance of getting stroke. So number one is that controlling our blood pressure. So blood pressure is one of the high blood pressure, or also known as hypertension, is one of the risk factor for acute stroke, both ischemic and hemorrhagic. So hypertension is both responsible for causing ischemic stroke as well as hemorrhagic stroke. In hemorrhagic stroke, hypertension causes sudden rupture of the blood vessel and causes sudden neuronal damage as the neurons suffer from hypoxia. Ischemic stroke, hypertension leads to endothelial injury and thrombus formation, and it also accelerates the atherosclerosis of the major vessels of the brain and increase the chance of ischemia. That's why number one important point or the factor by which we can prevent the risk of stroke is to control our blood pressure. That's why we must go for regular blood pressure checkup, and if it is high, we have lots of natural means, or at home we can do many maintenance or regular checkup of blood pressure is very much important to control our blood pressure. And if it is very high and you cannot control by any means, you can go for directly to the doctors and take antihypertensive medicine. For maintenance of regular blood pressure or maintaining normal blood pressure, you can go for regular exercise, taking diet rich in vegetables and fruits, and taking less saturated fats, avoiding dairy product, taking more potassium diet, low sodium diet. So many measures can be taken to control the blood pressure. So lowering the blood pressure decrease the risk of getting both ischemic stroke as well as hemorrhagic stroke. So it is one of the important preventive measure by which we can control the or prevent the risk of getting acute stroke. Next important point is stopping of smoking. So smoking, actually all of you know, it contains nicotine, and nicotine binds nicotinic receptor on the various blood vessel. It increases the blood pressure, as well as it also increases the clotting of blood. It also makes the blood hypercoagulable. Because of that, chance of clotting increase. So both ischemic stroke as well as hemorrhagic stroke risk will increase for those persons who are regular doing smoking. That's why it is advisable to stop smoking. By stopping the smoking, many percentage or certain percentage of risk factor can be decreased. So risk of getting acute stroke or hemorrhagic stroke both can be decreased by stopping smoking. Next important is to control various heart disease like atrial fibrillation. Now atrial fibrillation is nothing but when the atria starts beating in a higher rate and it loses control synchronicity with the ventricle, then it goes to a stage known as atrial fibrillation, and it is because of defect in the electrical circuitry of the heart, and we have to stop this irregular beaten heart, especially of atrial fibrillation. And because if there is a atrial fibrillation, and along with the atrial fibrillation, if there is a chance of clot formation, the clot may travel to brain and may increase the chance of causing stroke both of ischemic as well as hemorrhagic. Especially it increases the chance of ischemic stroke. So we have to stop or control atrial fibrillation by taking medicine or taking anticoagulants, natural anticoagulant therapy. And that's why in case you have atrial fibrillation or irregular heartbeat, it is always advisable to consult certain physician and try to rule out whether you are suffering from atrial fibrillation or not. So atrial fibrillation may lead to ischemic stroke. That's why you should, if you are suffering from any irregular heartbeat, better to take an ECG and rule out atrial fibrillation. And in case you are diagnosed atrial fibrillation, you can have anticoagulants which prevents the chance of thrombus formation and risk of getting stroke. So managing heart disease, especially the atrial fibrillation control, is very much important as it decreases the risk of acute stroke, especially of ischemic type. Next one is stoppage of alcohol. So those persons who are doing regular alcoholism of significant high amount, they are more prone to development of or getting both ischemic as well as hemorrhagic stroke. So high alcoholism or severe alcoholism increase the chance of getting hypertension, which is one of the important factor of acute stroke. That's why alcohol also leads to damage to the liver, and because of that some certain clotting factors defect may be there, and that's why it may also chance of clotting in the brain also. So especially alcoholism is very much dangerous for heart as it increases the risk of getting hypertension, and it also increase the risk of getting stroke. So it is always advisable to stop alcoholism, or if you cannot stop, do it very mild in quantity. So take mild alcoholism as it will prevent the chance of getting stroke. Next one is controlling diabetes mellitus type 2. So type 2 diabetes mellitus is one of the important risk factor for getting stroke of both varieties, ischemic as well as hemorrhagic, because those persons suffering from uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, they are more prone to microvascular as well as macrovascular complication. So they are prone to hypercholesterolemia, which leads to atherosclerosis, as well as change in blood pressure is also recorded. So they are more prone to hypertension. So because of hypertension, hyperlipidemia, hypercholesterolemia, there is a chance of atherosclerosis. And because of all these factors, type 2 diabetes mellitus may leads to stroke. That's why it is always advisable to control diabetes by natural means, or by doing regular exercise, or by taking anti-diabetic medications. So we have to control diabetes so as to prevent the chance of getting stroke of both types. Next one is regular exercise. So regular exercise is very much essential because it prevents many cardiovascular disease as well as stroke, and it has lots of benefit for our health. Regular exercise will control rise of cholesterol level, it will prevent hyperlipidemia, it will also normalize blood pressure, and it will also keep heart cardiovascular system fit, and also proper blood supply to the brain. So in all aspects, regular exercise is good for heart as well as brain, and it prevents the rise of blood pressure and hypercholesterolemia, and prevents atherosclerosis. And because of all these factors, regular exercise is very much good for prevention of myocardial infarction as well as stroke or brain attack. Eating better food or healthy foods, food or diet rich in fresh vegetables and fruits are very much good for your body. Regular fruits and vegetables intake decrease the chance of getting stroke. Especially fruits and vegetables decrease the chance of getting stroke by normalizing the blood pressure, also prevents hypercholesterolemia, and especially vegetables, green leafy vegetables has a control over the cholesterol level, so it can normalize the cholesterol level in the blood. It can keep our cholesterol level in normal range. At the same time, good diet low in sodium, high in potassium, low saturated fat diet or low fat diet, low carb diet, diet rich in fruits and vegetables, some vitamins and fibers, food containing high fiber diet is a decrease the chance of getting heart problem, decrease the chance of getting hypertension, decrease the chance of getting diabetes, which ultimately helps in prevention of getting stroke in future. That's why a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, high fiber diet, low carb diet, protein diet, and low fat diet, especially diet which is low in saturated fat, or like red meats or high amount of animal fats, should be avoided to prevent hypercholesterolemia, which may future give rise to rise of blood pressure, increase the chance of blood sugar level, and ultimately increase the chance of stroke. So good diet, especially diet rich in fruits and vegetables, is very much essential, as it has a preventive measure of getting stroke in future. Next one is control cholesterol level. Now cholesterol is a wax-like thing, or a fat-like mass, which is produced from ketone bodies in our body, and it has some beneficial effect. But if it is increased from beyond our normal level, it may deposit in the injured vessel, endothelial injury, and once deposited in the injured vessel, it may lead to atherosclerosis, narrowing of the vessel, and finally leads to ischemic stroke. So, and also responsible for hypertension. So hypertension may again increase the chance of hemorrhagic stroke. Thus, if you control the cholesterol level, it will normalize the blood pressure as well as prevents atherosclerosis and decrease the chance of both ischemic as well as hemorrhagic stroke. Next one is normal sleep. Normal and regular and sound sleep is very much important. Sleep actually normalizes our blood pressure. At the same time, it also helps in proper metabolism. At the same time, it also helps in proper blood supply of the brain. Good sleep persons have normal blood pressure, normal metabolism, and they also have body free from stress. So chronic stress is also one of the important situation which may increase the chance of stroke. So normal sleep is very much important, as it distresses a person. At the same time, it also decreases the chance of getting heart attack as well as stroke. The person who are sleep deprived or suffering from anosmia have a higher risk of stroke and heart attack. This is because those persons who are deprived of sleep, they are prone to hypertension, and this hypertension in long run may lead to the acute stroke. At the same time, those persons who are deprived of sleep or suffering from anosmia, they will suffer from stress, or they will increase some stress hormones in the blood, which ultimately increase their craving for bad habits like alcoholism, smoking, junk foods. So persons who are not sleeping regularly, they are prone to take more amount of alcohol, they are prone to take do drug abuse, they are more prone to do smoking. At the same time, they have a more affinity for junk foods, and they may get obesity, and which may finally leads to hypertension, and ultimately the chance of stroke of both type will be increased. That's why it is always advised to take normal daily sleep. At least 6 to 8 hours of normal sleep is very much essential, as it has good effect on prevention of stroke as well as heart problems. Besides, we should control our obesity and keep our weight normal, and healthy weight is very much important. Obesity, all of you know, is one of the risk factors for heart problems. It is risk factor for myocardial infarction, risk factors for diabetes, risk factor for stroke, as well as it also increases the chance of hypertension. So if you control weight, or if you lose weight, provided you are obese and may maintain healthy weight, then chance of getting stroke will be decreased. Now, how to reduce weight or maintain normal weight or healthy weight? Take regular exercise, avoid taking fatty diet, avoid saturated fat, take low carbohydrate diet, avoid refined carbohydrate diet. At the same time, do regular exercise. So because of all these factors, it is very much important. Obesity can ultimately prevent the risk of getting stroke. So control of obesity is very much important, as um, regular exercise as well as normal body weight maintenance is responsible for maintenance of normal blood pressure, which may ultimately prevent us from getting stroke or brain attack in future. Last but not the least, if patients getting aspirin, you must continue the aspirin. If there's some doctors or physician advise aspirin to any patient, so aspirin is one of the good drug for prevention of stroke, because it prevents the ischemic stroke, or because it is antithrombotic and prevents platelet aggregation and thrombus formation. So it is better to take aspirin when a person grow old. Aspirin is a protective drug which prevents platelet aggregation as well as thrombus formation and decrease the risk of getting ischemic stroke. So one in elder patients or patient in hypertension at the old age, it is always advisable to have aspirin or continue aspirin if physician already advised. So these are the various risk factors we have discussed today that can ultimately maintain or prevent chance of getting risk of stroke in future. Thank you very much.